good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you may be listening from. I'm Ash, and this is Indie Insider. My guest today is Danny. How are you, Danny?
I'm doing great, other than the snow outside, but
Oh
I'm doing
dear.
good.
How much snow have you got?
It's like 3 inches maybe. It's not a lot, but I like hot weather.
Oh, me
I'm not
too.
good with cold weather at all.
I can't stand cold weather. It's quite cold here. There's a cold actual wind, and it's just, I've got to put the heating on. It's just too cold for me.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Give me sunshine any day. All right.
Right.
Danny, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come and chat with us. If you could just tell us how you first became interested in music and when you started playing your instrument or singing.
Oh, you really want that whole story?
I'm all ears.
Um, I have been into music probably I was maybe 5 or 6 that I could remember.
Right,
um, Riding in the car with my dad or my uncle, and they would be playing old blues or R&B, soul music, Luther Vandross, Commodores, different things like that. That's kind of when I caught the music bug. I had an older sister. She was always listening to music. So by the time I was maybe, I don't know, 10 or 11, I was
right.
singing in the choir at church, and I really haven't stopped since. I've done it on
Wow.
different levels, but I
Okay.
really haven't stopped since that point. Either at that point I started singing in the choir, I started writing poetry around 10 or 11, and I kind of didn't have my own voice. I only knew how to sound like other people.
Right.
And so that's how I would write my music, write in the voice of someone else. And that was kind of just my thing all throughout my teen years. I kind of delved in different genres of music, R&B, pop, hip hop, country, gospel, just writing for other people.
Right. And you
So
enjoy your
yeah.
career so far?
What was that?
Do you enjoy your career so far?
Well, my career just got started and
Okay.
I'm enjoying it. I released my first country song in May of, well, 2022 now.
Wow.
And it was just something I had my dad passed away in 2021.
I'm
And
sorry.
one of the things, yeah, he passed away from cancer.
Oh,
We found out he had it on a Friday, and then by the next Friday I had moved in with him a couple days later, and by the next Friday, he passed away.
oh no, I'm so
But
sorry, Danny.
I appreciate that. But that was one of his major things. He was a singer. He sang in multiple choirs, and duets, quartets. He was really big on singing, and he always wanted me to pursue my gift because he thought I had a gift for writing, I had a gift for singing. I personally didn't think I had a voice that could even touch his. He
Right,
had people falling out in church and all those different things. So I kind of didn't want to pursue it. It was just a
right.
hobby. But after he passed away, I started to take it a lot more serious. And I sent the song to my friends, and they've been pushing me for years as well. And they were all just like, you have to put this out. You have to put it out. Don't keep it to yourself like the rest of your music. So I just released that in 2022 and kind of disappeared, for maybe 9 months after releasing it. I got really good reviews, but it did really well on streaming on Spotify without any promotion or anything. So I came back last year after writing a lot of songs, recording them, mixing them, and kind of finding my voice. And that's when I started releasing music and content videos on social media.
Okay.
And ever since then, it really has been great. I've been enjoying it.
Oh, that's good. I'm so glad you decided just to pursue a fantastic career and you're just going on the way you would like to go on.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's,
fantastic.
the type of person I am. I'm introverted. I
Okay.
don't really I don't do crowds or, big events and things like that.
Right.
But around my friends, I've always been the life of the party, or the kind of sometimes the center of attention,
Right.
because they see my real personality. They see the jokes. They hear all the random songs where I would make a song about anything on the
Okay.
spot. And so it was really with them pushing me so much, saying that I could change my family's life, or I could literally just be happy rather than doing a job that I don't enjoy. Why not at least give it a chance? So last year I said, you know what? I'm going to give it 1 year. If I can grow at least 20,000 followers in 1 year for my music, then I'll continue pursuing it. I
And
did
you did.
20,000 followers in the first 2 months.
Oh my
So
word.
I think I did 60,000 in the first 2 months. So
Gee, that's quite good, Danny. Wow, I'm
so
impressed.
yeah,
I'm
thank you.
very impressed. And for someone who's never heard your music, how would you describe it?
I would describe it as fresh, new, exciting, and kind of like emotion evoking. Like, if you like to listen to music where you feel something, I
Right.
tell stories. I tell stories from my past, my present. I've even recently began telling stories about other people where they want me to speak through them,
Right.
and you're gonna feel something. Even the single records that are, more upbeat dance records, they still tell a story that you can feel. So if you want to be invested in an artist and their story, then I'm the type of artist you should listen to.
I find that so fascinating as well. Um, because I can relate, like you were just saying, to somebody who's written about their life or their past tragedies or past loves, etc. And I find those songs more interesting than just somebody that just writes and writes like with no meaning.
Right.
I
Like,
find
how
it,
can you expect
yeah,
someone to become attached to your music when you're just telling blind stories? I feel like
exactly,
they can relate more because they've definitely been through what you've been through, and all you have to do is literally put that down on paper. Or in
exactly,
my case, just get in front of a microphone and tell
and
those
sing
stories.
it. Oh,
Yeah.
Danny, I love that. Honestly, and also, if you weren't a musician, what career path would you have pursued?
Well, I always thought I was great at stand-up comedy. So no, I'm joking. I'm horrible.
Well, you made me
Stage
laugh.
fright. I'm still working on stage fright right now. But
Okay,
I don't know. I'm really a creative. So my first love was art. Well, it's all art, but my first
right.
love was drawing. And that's how I became a writer. Anyways, I started with drawing people's faces in class. Um, I was just a really good sketch artist. And after I started doing music, I fell in love with painting. I was always afraid of it, but
Right.
in the past 5 years, I started painting, and I think that would probably be the number one thing. It's so relaxing. It calms my spirit, and it actually gets me in a better mode to write music, because my mind opens up to be able to say what I want to say, but
Right.
in a different way. Because you always know what you want to say, you just never know how you want to say it.
Of
But when I
course.
start painting, it kind of frees my mind up to say it in a different way that's relatable, but doesn't sound like what everybody else is already saying.
Sure. Now, just a
So
question I just thought of. When you do your painting and you finished your painting, or even as you're doing your painting, do you find that you write a song relating to the painting you've done, or you get ideas with the painting that you've done to write
that's
songs?
kind of that's what the painting is. It's that's kind of why it helps me to tell that story. It just I'm painting what I see in my head. And I don't think other people would see it that way though. I feel like if they looked at these paintings, because I really don't share them.
Right.
I've shared them with some friends and family, but not publicly. But if they look at them, they can't tell what I'm trying to say, but
But you
they just think
can.
it's a nice painting. But to me, it tells the story of this song that it just
Right.
helped me write. So it's kind of just I don't know, I guess for my vault of, where, when artists pass away and they find like their notebook with all their songs. Well, I don't write anything on paper. So I
Okay.
haven't written a song on paper since I was probably 16 years old.
Oh my
So I
word.
literally just get in front of the microphone and it comes out. So the painting is what they'll find for me. And maybe somebody will be able to, figure out what it means later on. Like, oh, this is related to standing in the rain. I see the rain falling in the background and him, I don't know,
Of
maybe.
course. I mean, and but that's well, I'm not saying that, it's a bad thing to say that you want to pass away, but when that time comes and somebody does find your paintings, they could be worth thousands, millions even.
I never really thought about that, but that's, yeah.
Something
I mean, that
interesting.
would be great. That would be great.
Yeah,
To have something, I mean, because there's the music, right? There's the music that lives on forever.
of
And
course.
even I think about artists like, for instance, Tupac. When I was
Yeah.
younger, I was gifted a poem book from Tupac. And before I ever heard any of his, music, any hip hop or anything, I just had these poems. And that it kind of shaped my writing when I was younger. But those are those are things that, live on
Yeah.
with his name outside of the music. And I kind of think that the paintings would be similar. I think that would be cool for
If
somebody
somebody,
to
yeah,
see it in a museum one day or something and be like, oh, I have this from Danny Riley.
yeah. And that's,
So,
that's like something that's sentimental. That's the word I was looking for. It'll always be
right.
sentimental in that respect where, oh yes, that there was a hit song and this is a painting behind the song, etc.
Mm.
I found that
Maybe I
so
should start
interesting.
signing them.
I think so. I would, Danny. I would just sign your paintings and somebody would say, oh, I remember that, he helped me through this or he guided me through that because of the painting and the song behind it. So I would start signing your paintings. Why not?
See, and I don't want to say what the name is, because I've made another account under this name to just like post random ideas to get people's opinions. But I've signed some of them before with,
Right.
my artist name, that I would, if I were a painter, this is the name that I wanted to
Um,
use.
okay.
Before I started releasing music though. So I'm like, should I go back and sign my real name on those, or should those just be like, you know, I don't know, something for somebody to figure out down the line
Or
and
maybe
connect the dots that it was me.
a bit of both, maybe, do one set of paintings with your um, other name and then one set of paintings with your real name.
Right.
I'm sure there's a
Yeah,
lot
that's
of
definitely
artists
something to
that
think
do
about.
that. Yeah, I mean, no harm in doing that, I'd say. And Danny, could you tell us how do you balance your professional life with your personal life?
I don't.
You
That's
don't.
that's my problem. I don't. So I work 12 to 14-hour days.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I am uh, a contractor, electrical contractor. I do a lot of different jobs, but currently I'm changing electric meters and water meters.
Okay.
And I do that. I start my day at 5. I'm up at 4, start my day at 5.
Oh,
I usually
pain.
have to drive an hour and a half to get to work. And so I spend majority of the day working. And then I was writing at least a song a day. Now
Wow.
I'm only writing like a song a week because now I have to work those longer hours, find time to write music. I record my own music. I was mixing and mastering my own music, but I just recently found someone who has an ear similar to mine, and I feel like you can't tell the difference. So that's good for me.
Oh,
But I
good.
still shoot all my own videos. I edit everything myself. Um,
Wow.
I so it's really hard. And then social media now. I'm the type of person who I know the side of being a fan of someone, and sometimes you just want to see them respond, to see that they're human, because literally they all are human.
Of
Um,
course.
so you want to see that side of people that, the industry hasn't taken too much of a hold on of them, or they haven't gotten too far from being grounded. So I try to respond to every comment. And I used to do it even on one of my viral videos, did over 1 million. I think it had like, I don't know how many thousands of comments, but I responded to every single one.
Oh, wow.
But it took me so many days, and I lost so much creative time trying to do that and handle everything. But so it's becoming really difficult to balance. So
I can
I
imagine.
was posting every day. I'm probably going to dial that back to like 2 to 3 times a week. Focus on quality posts, meaningful posts,
Sure.
and not write so many songs, because I feel like I've passed that 10,000 hours of, I mean, I know I passed 10,000 hours a long time ago, but
Right.
I feel like I've shaped my sound now to what I want it to be. So I can spend less time writing throwaway songs, because, for me to have 300 songs and I know I'm never going to use but maybe 20 of them, they're
Right.
pointless. So now
Exactly.
I can just focus on quality music and take my time with that, and not feel the need to just do more quantity. So I'm going to utilize my time better in 2024, and hopefully put together a team that can help me with some of this.
Oh, that's fantastic. Was you only one person? I mean, to do 14-hour days in your day job, plus what you've just said now, it just takes its toll, I would say. You just got to have that break.
Sleep doesn't exist.
So what is that? I've never heard of sleep.
Yeah. And I've always heard both sides, like, oh, to properly function and to be able to do this, you need to get, billionaires get 8 hours of sleep. And then I've heard, you can sleep when you're dead. You need to get out here and get it,
Yeah.
live, and so I'm kind of trying to find the balance, but right now I'm leaning more towards 2 hours of sleep
Oh,
and
wow, Danny.
just working.
Just working. Oh, man.
I'm
Could you?
trying to get to autopilot mode. Just get the hard work done now, and then
And then
maybe I can
relax.
coast in a little while. Yeah.
What advice would you give to musicians looking to break into the music scene?
So I give this advice a lot, because I have a lot of people from my hometown who've always wanted to do music. And I've started so many people. I've taught them how to record themselves, where to buy their equipment, how to buy it. And I'm self-taught on everything that I do.
Right.
But my problem has always been I'm not social. I can tell you how, and I've helped other people, but I couldn't do it for myself.
Right.
But last year changed that. So I would say don't focus so much on the little details. Just get started. That's number one, because you're gonna have to mess up 100 times, 1,000 times before you perfect it, anyways. But if you never start because you're worried about being perfect or the right person hearing it,
Right.
you'll never start. You'll never get anywhere. So create some songs, get you a budget together, save money, whatever you need to do, get those songs to the right quality, because nobody wants to hear your potential. Nobody
Right.
believes in your potential anymore. You have to compete with every other A-list artist out there. So after you get your first couple of songs, it could even be one, just shoot content. As much as I was afraid, I don't content that my music is good, nobody's gonna no,
Yeah.
content matters. I don't care if you're standing beside your truck, sitting at your computer chair, in the shower, shoot content, the full song all the way through, chop it up into clips, and just put them out consistently. You don't have to do it every day. You just have to be consistent. Everybody
Yes.
will figure out, your fan base that you generate will figure out your schedule. You just have to be consistent. Mine was every day. I've helped other people who only do it, every Tuesday and Thursday.
Right.
It'll work out as long as you're consistent. Even if it doesn't work out to the level that you want it to, we're talking about getting started. Just be consistent and fans will come. there's always going to be some people that hate you, but there's definitely going to be more people that love you if you're good.
That's
So
such
you
good
got to be good.
advice. Honestly, that's such good advice. So listen out, musicians that are wanting to start, take Danny's advice and be consistent.
Yeah.
All right,
I
Danny,
mean,
we won't actually keep you. I know you've got a busy day ahead of you, but before we go, if you could just tell us how people can follow you or get your music.
okay. I am on all social media platforms. I am Danny Riley Music, DannyRileyMusic. There's probably at least 40, 50 fake pages I've been sent from other people,
Oh
and
dear.
Instagram, TikTok, nor Facebook will pull them down. So just know my only pages are at Danny Riley. I also have a Facebook that's my personal Facebook,
Right.
but my first couple of videos went viral on that, and that's just Danny Riley. But I've got
Okay.
like 99,000 followers on there. So
Wow.
I decided to keep that one as well. But so you can reach me there. I respond on Facebook and Instagram more because for some reason TikTok has just started shutting me out. But
Oh,
Spotify, Pandora, YouTube Music, literally anywhere you can stream music. Danny Riley, I'm on all of those. Um, look for drinking games. My drinking games video is out, and I've probably got, I don't know, 10 more songs on there that you'll probably enjoy. So
oh,
yeah,
fantastic.
just check it out.
Well, Danny, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day. And I'm going to go and check out your songs again right now. But
Thank
you
you.
have a good day and don't work too hard.
I'm gonna get out here and shovel some snow. It's not a lot, but it's enough to where, like I said, my tires are spinning on the ice.
Oh,
I'm gonna
no.
try to figure it out though.
Just be careful, Danny.
Thank you, and you have an amazing day.
Thank you. You too.
I
Thanks
appreciate
again.
you.
You too.
All
Thanks,
right.
Danny.